What's up, everybody? I am driving to work, and I have not made a driving to work video in a little while, so I'm making a driving to work video. First, we gotta say what's up to my main man, Ludwig. Ludwig! What's up, dude? Ludwig! Ludwig! Gotta go to work, dude. Anyway, I think he's sleeping. Gotta go to work, dude. Get my hands back on the wheel. What do I want to talk about today? I started making, I like making these, the Sam Harris videos, only because there's just a lot of them, and a lot of times the episodes are pretty information dense. So I just kind of like thinking about it and just putting my thoughts out on these videos. And I haven't made one in a little while, but today I want to make a Sam Harris video, and I want to talk about the episode titled White Power. It was the last episode released, and Sam Harris talks to a former white supremacist named Christian Picciolini. And it was a pretty good episode. Nothing super outstanding. Very much reminiscent of what I would consider kind of an old school Sam Harris episode, where, back in the day, Sam Harris was, looking for content and was not awesome at making podcasts yet. So he would kind of sometimes put up random things, and one time he had a woman who was formerly in the hardcore church in Wyoming where they would picket gays, the Ropes Felper. I forget her name, but she was the Westboro Baptist Church girl, and just talked to her about kind of deprogramming her mind from those beliefs and how it happened. And this episode was very much like the Phelps Roper video or episode, in that it was just kind of an honest account of somebody who did a lot of bad things, got in on it when they were kids, and not really their fault. Though this guy Christian got in the white supremacy movement a little bit later. He was 14 years old, so maybe a little bit more at fault, but not really his fault. And just he recounted some of the terrible things he did and why he did it, and how he got out of it. And it was just a very simple episode, but the guy Christian was actually pretty good. And he didn't shy away from the questions, and the question and answer progressively gets tougher and tougher for the guests and Sam, and this guy was able to handle it. And Sam was able to handle it too, but this guy was pretty good. I just wanted to recommend the episode, and it's back to the core thing behind Sam's podcast, which is belief. And this guy believed, or said he believed what he believed in it, and it got him to do terrible things like beating up black people for no reason. And he also had a very good story about how he found humanity and how he was able to get a human connection while in the process of beating up a black dude. It was just a good episode. A lot of questions about the alt-right. This guy was very, very critical of the alt-right. He does not like a lot of the things that the alt-right and the right on the internet is saying, from Stephen Molyneux to the guys that are just kind of on the fringe. This guy wasn't having any of it. And honestly, he was a bit of I think he's a bit of an SJW, in that he understands that in theory, SJWs and social warrior and social justice people want something that's good and fair. It's just a matter of how far you take it. And this guy, although being an ex-white supremacist these days, completely takes account for white people and white privilege, and he just had a really good head on his shoulders. So, way to go, Sam Harris, for fighting this guy. And honestly, I don't know how he does find these guys a lot of the times. I'm gonna check out his book where he talks about what he did. But it's also a little bit like the Majid Nawaz episode, in which, if Sam's gonna get these guys on, like the hardcore right-winger ex neo-Nazi guy, he just has a little bit more street credibility in talking about this kind of stuff than other people. And though maybe the neo-Nazis might take a look at this guy and say, oh, he's not a neo-Nazi, he's just a traitor, and discount him, the people that are not neo-Nazis, just listen to him a little bit more. And the same is true with Majid Nawaz, in that it's easy to say or hard to say that I was once an Islamist. And it is convenient sometimes, I think, for people to say that kind of thing. But Majid Nawaz was in prison in Egypt for doing political Islam. It doesn't get much more real than that. And this guy seemed like the real deal. It's just a great episode from Sam. I'm going to keep this one short. I think you should check it out. I'll make sure that I leave a link in the description. But if you want to, I don't know, it's hard to imagine how you can feel much sympathy or heart for the people at the Westboro Baptist Church. I mean, it's just beyond the pale. And Sam just continues to find these guys, and even the worst of the worst, I mean, there's still people. and they don't want to be these bad people also, and they're just trying their best. And way to go, Sam Harris, for just finding these guys, and really just giving sympathy towards people that might not need it. And that was kind of the theme of the episode from Christian's perspective: is if you want to do something good, go do something good for somebody that you don't know that least deserves it in your eyes. And it was a very active way to go about changing things, and it was just really good. So give it an episode, and I'm just gonna keep this one simple. There are cops everywhere. Ludwig, say bye. Ludwig, gotta go to work, dude. Anyway, great episode, but you guys like when I give it a grade at the ending, like I give it a grade, and because it kind of harkened back to old school Sam Harris and what we like about him, especially probably his older audience, I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. He went over some issues that were just very important, but also stuff that he needed to go back over. We needed a little refresher course on some of these ideas. Haven't heard it in a little while. Way to go, 7 out of 10 for the White Power episode from Sam Harris. Thanks for watching.